Yo, what is going on guys, it is Caspahz here and today I am going to show you how to complete the Outbreak Main Quest Easter egg completely solo. The quest itself is fairly easy and straightforward, however once it comes to the boss fight it gets fairly intense and it's definitely one of the harder challenges I've ever faced in zombies. That being said, it may take you a couple tries to successfully complete the quest. Let's get right into the video. Right off the bat I want to cover the custom loadout. If you go into your create a class and select a weapon, I would highly recommend using something like the M16 with the attachments that I have selected. Since the boss fight requires a weapon with a long distance range, this is the ideal weapon for the task. As for the field upgrade, I ran Frenzied Guard upgraded at tier 5 for the whole duration of the quest. It allowed me to refill my armor whenever I needed it, especially during the boss fight, and if I ever got stuck or in a tricky situation, it let me get out of it. The first thing I would recommend doing when you boot up a game of Outbreak is go into your settings, go into the interface tab and make sure subtitles are enabled. The text that displays on the screen after each step is completed will ensure that you're doing the steps correctly and you're on the right path. The first thing you need to do to start up the Easter egg and get the ball rolling is get to round 3. I highly recommend going through each wave completely, doing all of the side quests, doing all of the missions, gathering as many points as you can, getting as many upgrades as possible because you're going to need a nice loadout for the final fight. You can also eliminate the high value targets to get yourself free perks. I would also highly recommend doing this as you'll be able to save the money for weapon upgrades. One last thing I would highly recommend before we get to the first step is either doing the Fury Crystal side quest or killing Orda so they drop the Ether tool. This will upgrade the rarity of your weapon to the next rarity. Once you get to round 3, you are going to have to locate a main signal and you're going to have to tune 3 amplifiers around that main signal to match the main one. The red dot on the minimap shows the main signal and the yellow dots represent the 3 amplifiers that must be tuned. I will show the locations for all of the maps, but we're going to start with Alpine first. I make my way over to the main signal, I interact with it, it's going to say feedback, feedback, feedback. It's going to give out a screeching sound and zombies will begin to spawn. You will want to stay by the main radio until the screeching stops, keep killing the zombies, and sooner or later you're going to hear Max's voice communicating through the radio. You're also going to get an active static noise and make sure you remember the number that it displays. At this point you're going to have to locate the 3 amplifiers surrounding that main signal. You're going to have to go up to them and tune them to the exact noise that you heard from the main one. If at any point one of them gets switched to the feedback, feedback, feedback and you hear that static noise again, zombies will begin to spawn. Just kill them off and come right back to that same radio and you'll be able to tune it. Once you tune the third and final one, make your way back to the main signal, interact with it, and it's going to spew out a beacon listening device. You are going to want to pick this object up and make your way over to a beacon. Once you finish the round's objective and you interact with the anomaly, you'll be able to go to the beacon and select the third option which says respond. You will now communicate with Maxis, and once you warp to the next world, the Easter egg will begin. I will now show you the location of the main signal and the 3 amplifiers on the other maps. Sit back, enjoy the music, and I'll see you on the next step. On the next map that you warp to, there is going to be 4 monkeys scattered around the map. You will have to find them, and one of them is going to drop the item that you're looking for. The item that one of the monkeys will drop is called a microfilm slide. You will have to take that slide to a projector around the map. There is going to be a location on every single map except for Ruka, and I will show you the locations of all monkeys and all projectors. Depending whatever map you spawned on, I would highly recommend rewinding the video until it displays the overhead map for the specific map you are on. This will allow you to locate the monkeys and the projectors with ease. Once you have found the correct monkey and you shoot it, it will explode and it will give you the microfilm slide. It will be highlighted in yellow. You will then want to pick it up, and Maxis will tell you to locate a projector. The locations vary on the map that you spawned on. You can use the timestamps on the timeline to navigate easier if you're not on the same map as me. Once you get to the projector, go up to it, interact with it, and it's going to start displaying a picture on the screen. Maxis is also going to start talking. Once she stops, you're going to have to activate the slides again for a total of 3 times. At the end, she will tell you that you have to travel to Ruka to find Ravenov. I will now show you the locations of the monkeys and the projectors on the remaining maps. After the projector step, the next map that you warp to will be Ruka, and it's going to tell you that a new objective has been found. You will now want to make sure that you have your M16 upgraded to the 3rd tier, and it is at legendary rarity. At this point, you will want to ensure that you're fully set up, because the second you activate the next step, once you complete it, you will be taken directly into the boss fight. Whenever you are ready, go over to the indicator on the map near the missile silos, interact with the elevator, and it's going to take you down. Once it gets to the bottom, brace yourselves because the intensity is going to get cranked up. The second the doors open up, take your first left, and you will want to follow the exact same path that I take. You will also be able to navigate which area you are in by looking at the bottom of the pillars. They will have a letter indicating the area. Once you get to the center area, locate passageway A and follow it in the same way that I do. Drop down all the way, and you're going to want to go and interact and lift the lockdown. This is going to start a nice juicy Ravenov cutscene where he goes ballistic. Once it's over, we are going to have to locate 3 launch keys. It does not matter in which order you choose to get these launch keys. However, if you choose to follow my path, make your way back over into the center area, at which a ton of mimics will spawn. At this point, I would highly recommend having a full death machine ready. If you do not have one, you can craft one at the crafting table in the center area. Keep running around in this area and don't stop until majority of the mimics have fully spawned. Once you generate some distance from you and them, you will want to pull out the death machine, spray at them, kill a couple, and repeat until they're all dead. Once you have killed majority of the mimics, make your way over into this area right here in passageway C, interact with the dead body, and it's going to spawn a different red looking like mimic. This one will have a lot more health than the usual ones, however, once you fully kill it off, it will drop you the first launch key. The key that the mimic drops once you fully kill it is actually very small in size, so it might be a little bit hard to see, but go up to it and pick it up, and now you have your first launch key. For the second launch key, go over into area B and make your way to the very bottom of it. Go over into this Ethereum harvesting unit, interact with it, it's going to spawn it, and now you'll have to look for crystals which are scattered around the bottom of this area. You will now have to collect 20 of these crystals. There are 3 main spawn locations for them, and they do respawn after they've been destroyed. It just takes a couple seconds. At any point you can make your way back over to the Ethereum harvesting unit. You don't have to have 20 crystals at once. You can go up to it, hold your interact button, and it's going to start depositing the crystals. Once you have collected your final 20th crystal, make your way back to the harvesting unit, deposit the final one, and you'll now be able to pick up the unit. You will see in the bottom right hand corner of the screen that you now have the Ethereum field upgrade. Make your way over to the very top of section D. You will want to jump down to this staircase, make your way over to the same level that I'm on, and you'll want to use your field upgrade right when you're level with the jellyfish. If you by chance used your Ethereum field upgrade and you do not have any charges, you will have to kill zombies until you charge it up at least 1 charge. Once you use your upgrade by the jellyfish, it will flash the screen white and it will begin to pull you in. Once you begin to descend in the jellyfish, you will hear Maxis tell you to grab the key. At this point you will want to spam your interact button and you'll pick up the second launch key. For the final and easiest key in my opinion, make your way over to the bottom of section A. You will now want to locate this passageway, at which you will find an essence trap at the end of it. Once you locate it, go up to it and pick it up, and now you will have to locate one of the monkeys that spawns from the vents around this area. Look on the walls on both the bottom and the tops of this floor. Once you find the monkey will glow a bluish color. However, once you get too close to it, it will disappear and run away into another vent. Keep a fair distance away from the monkey and throw the essence trap a decent distance away as well. Once you throw it, it will scan for the target and Ravenov will begin to talk. When it tells you that the target is in range, double tap your interact button to use the essence trap and it will now collect the monkey inside. It will also turn purple when successfully completed. Get as close as you can to the essence trap, hold your interact button, and you'll have picked up your final and third launch key. You will now have to start the launch sequence. At the top floor of each area there is going to be a computer that you can interact with. You will have to interact with them in the correct order, and the order changes up every single time. Once you activate the correct one, you will see a subtitle telling you that the launch sequence has been initiated. You will now have 45 seconds to activate the remaining 2. Keep doing this until you've activated all 3 in the correct sequence. If you accidentally activate one incorrectly, it will tell you that, and it will also spawn a bunch of zombies. You'll be able to return to the area in a minute or 2 and you'll be able to give it another go. Once all 3 have been correctly activated, it will tell you that the coordinates are confirmed, and now you will have to make your way to the surface. Go back to the center area, get up these stairs, and now you'll be able to enter the boss fight. The second that the 9-minute timer is pulled up on the screen, you can now exit, get to the surface, and begin the boss fight. You have a couple seconds before Legion the boss spawns, so get yourself ready. It is very important to know that if your weapon does run out of ammo, you can use this ammo cache right over here. The second that Legion spawns, you will want to waste 0 time, start shooting directly at the chest where you see the blue glow. This is the only area that can penetrate his armor. You will have to keep shooting him in this area until he breaks. You'll see exactly what that looks like in just a couple seconds, but it does take a decent amount of bullets, so be patient. Whenever the screen turns black around the edges, you will want to run away from that area, as that is where Legion will strike, and if he strikes in that area while you are in it, you will take a lot of damage. He also has another attack that wherever there is a purple mist glowing around him, if you stand in that area, you will begin to take consistent damage. Make sure you're not too close to him or that's going to happen to you. Keep training the zombies and generating some distance between you and them, and once you have enough space, you can go ahead and fire at Legion until you break him. If at any point you find yourself running very low on armor and health, you can activate your Frenzied Guard to regenerate your armor. The second you break the armor, he will explode and you will see 3 orbs glowing around him. You will want to get as close as you can and start shooting the orbs. Once you destroy one, 1/3 of his health will disappear. For this step, I would recommend using the M16 or something with a longer distance than a shotgun, because sometimes the orbs can be too high and your distance will not reach with that weapon. If at any point during the boss fight you still have a death machine available, it is extremely effective to use against Legion's armor. It does a lot of damage very fast and you'll be able to break the armor quick. I should mention that there is a lot of time during this boss fight. There is no need to stress, no need to rush, no need to panic. If you do rush, the chances of things going south increase a lot. During my boss fight, every time I broke Legion down 1/3 of his health, I killed the zombies that I was training to regain my field upgrade just in case I got trapped or I needed a repair in my armor. You may want to use a different setup or a different field upgrade in this boss fight, whatever works best for you. I am just showcasing what worked best for me after a couple attempts and a couple fails at the final fight. Once the last orb gets fully destroyed, Legion will be dead. You will now have completed the Outbreak Easter egg and you will get the calling card for completing it. The final cutscene will appear shortly after, and congratulations, you have completed the Easter egg. I truly hope this guide does help you out. If you did enjoy it and you would like to support my channel, I would greatly appreciate if you could drop a like on it. Also, if you enjoy content like this and you never want to miss a video when I upload, make sure to hit that subscribe button below and you'll be notified every time I upload. And until next time, it's been Caspahz, and I'm out. Peace.
Behind his back and all, but there were no way I was gonna leave y'all hanging.